rise, fall, and return of Toys R Us provides a cautionary tale for entrepreneurs and business leaders such as yourself. And me too, honestly. Their story offers insight into how to manage your finances and how to not manage your finances, how to navigate debt, how to ensure the long term sustainability of a business, and honestly, how to grow your business the right way and the wrong way. And so, in this episode, we will explore in depth the financial challenges faced by Toys R Us and how you, as a small business owner, can avoid making these same mistakes. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Say Yes to Profit Show. I am Octavia Conner, a CFO who helps service-based entrepreneurs implement the financial systems, strategies, and solutions to increase cash flow, reduce taxes, generate wealth, and say yes to profits. Say Yes to Profits is a full-service accounting firm based in Atlanta, Georgia, but we service clients nationwide. Again, welcome to the Say Yes to Profits Show. Welcome to the Say Yes to Profit Show. Today, I have a very great episode for you. We're going to discuss Toys R Us. You see, Toys R Us was once an iconic toy store chain, and their story is so compelling, and it offers valuable lessons for entrepreneurs and business leaders such as yourself. At the peak, Toys R Us was a beloved destination for toy shopping. Like, I don't know about you, but I remember as a child wanting to go to Toys R Us every single day. My grandmother would pass the store every day, and I wanted to go in. And I also remember going into Toys R Us and walking down the aisles and dreaming of having all the toys my eyes could see. Right? So I don't know if you have any memories of Toys R Us, but again, I sure do. But here's the thing. In 2017, the store chain filed bankruptcy, revealing a series of critical mistakes and factors that led to its demise. Now, as of 2023, Toys R Us, they're on a comeback, right? But they had to go through a lot of trial and error to actually come back. And so we will talk more about their triumphant comeback in the next episode. For this episode, I want to dive deep into their mistakes, and I want you to learn from them as you're growing your business. So the first mistake Toys R Us made was having heavy debt and financial mismanagement. Now, this is one of the most significant mistakes that contributed to its downfall, right? That contributed to plaguing the company. At a pivotal moment in Toys R Us financial history, they leveraged a buyout in 2005. And so private equity firms, including Bain Capital and KKR, acquired the company, right? Many thought that this move was going to save and grow the business, but it honestly didn't happen the way everyone thought it was and the way everyone wanted it to be. The buyout was funded with a significant amount of borrowed money, which left Toys R Us heavily leveraged and heavily in debt. Okay. So I want you to think about your debt as we're going through this. Plus, the interest payments on this debt were a substantial financial burden that limited the company's financial flexibility. Now, here's the thing, and here's how you can relay this to what you may be going through or what you may know someone is going through. In today's world, we hear a lot about using other people's money, right? Using other people's money to fund your dreams. But what many of the internet experts are not telling you is that there is a bad side to using other people's money. Toys R Us clearly demonstrated the bad side of funding. So let's get into that a little bit more. It can be detrimental to your business if after you borrow money, you cannot repay the loan. All right. As an entrepreneur, you can learn from this mistake that Toys R Us made by recognizing the importance of managing debt wisely. Now, I'm not saying, using other people's money is a bad thing. I said there's a bad side to it. It can be a very useful tool for growth, but it also can constrict a company's ability to invest in its operations, to respond to market changes, and weather economic downfall. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you 4 steps that I highly recommend that you implement before you borrow other people's money, okay? Number 1, review your cash flow to see if you can stop the financial bleeding from internally first. Number 2, identify your profit leaks and ways that you're leaving money on the table. Number 3, improve your prices and optimize your service model so that you charge more for the value that you bring. Number 4, develop a quick repayment plan that doesn't drain your bank account. Here's what I like to say about borrowing other people's money and you haven't fixed your internal problems. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a sore that you didn't heal, you didn't fix. So you put the Band-Aid on top of it, and then when the Band-Aid gets old, the sore is still there because you never put any cream on it. You never tried to fix the real problem, okay? That's what happens when you borrow other people's money. As an entrepreneur, let me be clear, you should recognize that excessive debt can stifle your ability to invest in vital areas of your company, such as technology, such as research and development, such as growth avenues, hiring a team, and so much more. And this is what happened to Toys R Us, all right? And so you need to make sure that you don't make this same mistake. And here's what I need you to understand. Investing in those areas I just mentioned are crucial for staying competitive in a rapidly evolving market. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that, okay? Mistake number 2 that Toys R Us made: short-term focus over long-term stability. So what do I mean? Here's another big mistake. Toys R Us had a short-term focus. So they were focused on the short-term wins, the cash infusions that are happening right now, and they didn't factor in the long-term stability of the company and what can happen in the long term by having these short-term wins. So let's get into this a little bit more. In an effort to meet short-term financial obligations, Toys R Us often had decisions that were made centered around prioritizing financial results that were immediate. And when they did that, they hurt their company in other areas. So for example, by having short-term cash infusions and not thinking about long-term things, they had to actually reduce spending on store maintenance and renovations. And this negatively impacted the customer's experience. And this hurt Toys R Us in a major way when the market changed. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. When they wasn't able to invest money in the stores, it actually made the Toys R Us stores become somewhat outdated. Their stores lack the engaging and interactive experience that many modern consumers were seeking. All right. So how do you take this lesson for your business? Well, as a business owner, you must balance short-term cash infusions or wins with long-term viability. It is vital. It is so important to get clear on the strategy that's going to take your business to the next level and get clear on the health of your business when you make decisions right now and when your company is facing financial challenges. All right. Okay. So I hope everybody is clear. We're live right now and we're going to go to mistake number 3. All right. This next mistake Toys R Us made was failing to adapt swiftly to the changing retail landscape, especially the rise in online shopping. And I'm going to tell you how this relates to your business as a small business owner. But here's what Toys R Us did. With the birth of e-commerce giants like Amazon, Toys R Us struggled to establish a strong online presence. Toys R Us did not innovate enough to keep up with the changes that their consumers, their target markets preferred. right? They failed to diversify their product offerings. They failed to invest significantly in things that would make them unique. They failed to invest in things that would be exclusive for Toys R Us. All right. This was a huge mistake. Now, as an entrepreneur, you should be aware of emerging market trends. You should be aware of industry changes. You should be aware of what's going on in your business so that you adapt swiftly but cautiously. All right. You should know your competitive advantages. You should know your competitive disadvantages, and you should be willing to adjust your business model in a way that will allow you to win continuously. Okay. I hope everybody's with me so far because I'm really dropping gems. Now we're going to go to mistake number 4. And this mistake was really huge. And as a CFO, I see this mistake a lot. And it's centered around inefficient cost structure. So Toys R Us had a high operating costs that balloon over time. They had a lot of debt that we talked about earlier, and this made it very challenging for them to compete in a very effective price-sensitive market, right? As a business owner, you should pay close attention to your overhead costs, to your operating costs, your direct costs. You should pay close attention to that. You honestly should be working with a CFO that continuously and constantly discuss your margins, and your CFO makes it clear on how you can earn more money, keep more money, and why. Toys R Us did not do this. And so when Amazon came onto the scenes, they were able to offer prices that Toys R Us could not compete with. And so that actually made Toys R Us further go out of business. Like literally in 2017, like I said before, they filed bankruptcy. All right. In addition to that, you as an entrepreneur can learn from this because you should have regular review sessions with your CFO over your costs. Like you may have a price this year that may not work next year. You may have a price that works for how you're operating, but you're growing, you're hiring a team, and you have more costs. And so your price needs to cover that easily. Toys R Us wasn't able to do that. And so with your CFO, you need to develop an action plan that will empower you to not only earn more money, but say yes to profits. Okay. And so we're having a masterclass that we're going to teach all of this and more. So let me show you a little bit about it.
Are you an entrepreneur trying to build a profitable, sustainable business, but you struggle with your financial challenges? And honestly, it's keeping you up at night. Are you afraid of the upcoming tax season? You're afraid of what you might owe, and you really feel like your bookkeeping is a mess, and therefore it's keeping you stressed. Or maybe you're trying to figure out how to grow your business, how to hire a team, what to pay them, how to receive a salary yourself as the owner consistently. Maybe you desire financial clarity and control, but you don't know where to begin. Well, listen, have no fear, because I am hosting the Say Yes to Profit Money Mastery Bootcamp. During this bootcamp, I'm going to provide you with the financial strategies, financial skills, financial solutions, and financial support needed to eliminate all money worries forever. Secure your seat today at SayYesToProfitsBootcamp.com. SayYesToProfitsBootcamp.com.
Listen, Toys R Us story clearly reminds us of the dangers of having heavy debt, right? The bad side to using other people's money. Toys R Us story clearly reminds us of what can happen to a business if they have financial mismanagement. All right. You have to think about it. Toys R Us was a company that was close to billions of dollars, and then they ended up going to a place of bankruptcy in 2017. So as an entrepreneur, you should approach debt cautiously. All right. You must balance short-term and long-term priorities. You must invest strategically. You must manage your finances every single day. You must consistently optimize your costs and make sure your services and products are priced for profit. And you must be prepared in advance for any financial challenges that can happen. A lot of businesses went through things a couple of years ago because of economic challenges that they wasn't aware of and they wasn't prepared for. But if you prepare for the worst case scenario in your business, no matter what happens, you will be okay. All right. These lessons are essential to ensure the financial health and stability of any business, regardless of your size and regardless of your industry. All right. And so if you're ready to get a handle on your finances, you're ready to take your business to the next level, you're ready to not have money problems, you need to meet me at the Say Yes to Profits Money Mastery Bootcamp. This is a one-day intensive that's going to help you get your finances in order so that you never have money problems again. All right. And you want to make sure that next year is much better than this year. So make sure you secure your seat today at the Say Yes to Profits Money Mastery Bootcamp. Go to SayYesToProfitsBootcamp.com. SayYesToProfitsBootcamp.com. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and share button as well. And as I always say, until next time, say yes to profits, everyone. Toodles. Thank you for watching the Say Yes to Profits show. Make sure you download the resources given in this episode and follow me on Instagram, Octavia Conner, CFO. And always remember, say yes to profits.